Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the New Year Same God challenge, which is a challenge that I founded 2 years ago to help basically Christians to reflect on the goodness of God throughout the year. And so I've come up with about 10 to 12 questions that will be in the description, that even if you don't do the challenge via video, you can just use them to reflect on your 2019, 2020 or whatever, and hopefully it helps you to reflect and remember that things that God did, things that you may have forgot about, the things that you may not have put much thought into, and things like that. So, question number 1, describe something God did that really shocked you this year, e.g. exceeded expectations. So in the past, I've written a lot of spoken word poems. Some of them are actually going to be linked up below, but I haven't actually written a full song up until this year, I would say. Maybe I've written a chorus here and there, but I haven't really taken songwriting seriously. Not that it wasn't in me, or not that I didn't have the talent necessarily, but I just didn't do it. I don't know, maybe it wasn't the right time or whatever. So this year, I ended up writing, I think, about 5 songs from start to finish. Some of them were started years before, some of them were just completed this year, or some of them were just written this year altogether. God really did shock me with this because, one, it wasn't that difficult. I'm not even saying that to like just blow my own horn, but I know that if God has gifted you for something, He gives you the grace to do it. And I really do feel like I have a grace and a flair for writing, whether it's poetry or songwriting. And I do believe that they are all breathed on by the Holy Spirit. So yeah, I would say that's something exceeded expectations, because that songwriting then led to something else and led to something else, which I'll get into with the other questions. But yeah, super amazing, super exciting time for my life, I guess. And it's super exciting to know that there's another talent that God has placed within me that I'm now cultivating. Question 2, name a repeated blessing this year that you don't normally acknowledge but you're grateful for. So I remember last year I said something like journey mercies. I could say journey mercies again, but I'm gonna say provision. So I know that can be a really wide span of things, but specifically I would say provision whenever I needed something. So whether it's a job or 2, whether it's some sort of income, whether it's ministry related opportunities to come or open doors in respect to that, whether it was to be able to pass like transport basically, or certain modes of transport, which again I'll get onto with other questions. Just God has really blessed me in ways that I just could not even fathom, and just been so timely with how He's blessed me and provided for my needs. And not just once, some of these things were actual needs that I genuinely needed God to intervene, which is everything obviously, but you get what I mean. Not necessarily my time, but His time. And because all things went together, I could see that these things were now connecting, and this is why this happens at this time. This is why this door has now opened at this time. And yeah, it's been amazing. So I really want to thank God for that. Number 3, name one thing that you did this year that you've never done before. There were a lot of firsts for me. I founded an organization, so Adegail and Friends. That is a whole testimony and a whole story in itself. If you've heard of the name iRADIATE in the past few months, that is basically going back to, this organization, which is, I call it organization, but it's more like at this moment, it's like a emerging sort of enterprise, sort of organization, sort of team, sort of idea, vision. But yeah, just founding something of a scale like that has been crazy. Just becoming a founder, someone that basically has a team around me, because I've never actually I've had people around me, so maybe like worship team or work team, but I've never been the founder of, like from scratch basically, of a vision, of a team, and just being trusted to lead that has been crazy. That was the first for me. Following that, I had a live recording for the first time, which again links back to iRADIATE. So the first worship night that I had was in June, which was basically a worship night where I debuted one of my songs. 2, I had a second night on November 30th this year, where I had a live recording. Ooh. A lot of people don't know what a live recording is, and to be fair, neither did I until I did it this year. So yeah, I had a live recording for the first time. It was an amazing experience, honestly. I think I even enjoyed the experience more than I enjoyed the day, possibly. I loved it all, but yeah, it was super fun. Being able to just live record my songs and have like all the backing tracks and BBs and have all the rehearsals and like just be doing original songs for the first time, like a whole set of it. It was crazy. And I think the next thing and last thing I would say for like something new that I've done this year is to go on the radio.
One event that really people go.
It's called iRADIATE.
So yeah, I went on the radio twice. I went on Premier Gospel. Shout out to Theo, who was the host both times. I joined in his sessions. It was weird actually. I could say, oh my gosh, it was amazing experience, but no, it was like the first time was like really nerve-wracking. I was like, oh my gosh, everyone can hear everything I say, every sniff, every hum, every whatever. They can hear it because it's all audible live on the radio. But yeah, by the second time it was fine. And Theo is an amazing host, so radio presenter, makes you feel really comfortable. But yeah, I went on the radio for the first time. What? But yes, I want to thank God for that and just open doors for that and just new experiences. I think honestly, doing new experiences is what grows you. Stepping out of your comfort zone is what grows you. Being uncomfortable, don't be afraid to be uncomfortable. Yeah. Question 4, and I'm going to change it slightly. So name something that you didn't pray for by name that happened anyway, because I know you can pray for things and maybe just general, like God give me journey mercies, but then you didn't pray specifically like, oh God, please let this car not be delayed today. Like, I don't know, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you can pray as an umbrella prayer that covers many things. So I'm saying name something that you didn't specifically name in prayer, but it came to pass, right? I didn't specifically name wanting to or being able to gather such a mixture of people around me. So I know sometimes you can pray for, okay, God give me good friends, or God allow me to be able to inspire people, or allow me to be able to reach people, or spread the gospel to people, or whatever. Like, you can name stuff like that, but for me, I didn't really name, or I didn't even foresee really how God would connect me with so many different people. So this year I've met people from, like, people born in Nigeria, I had people around me born in like India, people from Malaysia, people from, I've even been able to like speak to and like encourage people in, what's it, South America? Yeah, South America. And I didn't specifically pray like, God, okay, I want to be able to talk to people around the world. Like, maybe it's at the back of your mind, but you don't really pray out loud. Like, I don't know. Anyway, either way, God has just opened and connected me with people around the world, and allowed me to be able to inspire people who like are just so different to me. Even sometimes people meet my friends or people that I speak to, they're just like, how are you guys friends? Like, just people that are just so different, or different mentalities, different upbringings. Because the thing is, you can have a lot of people who are, let's say, black or white, who look very similar but have completely different upbringings. But anyway, God has surrounded me, and I would say entrusted me with people who are very, very different to me, with very, very different even mindsets. And yeah, I think that's been amazing, and it's such a blessing to be able to do life with people that are so different. Something else I said is living love last year, and I really do believe that this year more than ever, people have really poured their love into me and their support into me, and it's really refreshing to be someone that pours up so much. When you're in leadership positions, you really do pour out more than you get in most of the time. I think that's part and parcel of it. But yeah, living love. Number 5. Say how God changed a broken situation season into something beautiful this year, i.e. used a very difficult experience for his glory. Right, so I think I spoke about something very similar in my last year's New Year Same God challenge. But this year I would say it pertains to my health. So I've had quite a few health issues this year. And lo and behold, it just happened to do with things to do with my, like, basically my ministry, so like my voice and like my hand and stuff like that. And yeah, it's been rocky. Like imagine going from singing every day to not being allowed, like your doctor telling you that you're not allowed to sing for like weeks. So for me, it's just been like a roller coaster. But in terms of, that's the broken situation. In terms of turning into something beautiful, I would say, one, it's forced me to really kind of start to tackle the technicalities of singing and how I can do things to not strain my voice as much, and how I can just change my technique. And it's just opened my eyes to the fact that I could be doing things a lot better in terms of my technique, and even to this day definitely have so much to correct. And also like being in contact with actual specialists, like, you know, physiotherapists and stuff like that, has opened my eyes to be able to see that like even my breathing, like even on a daily basis, could be a lot better. Just basic things that you think would be correct that aren't necessarily correct, but the Lord is doing the work. It's really opened my eyes to just breathing techniques, and like being able to rest your voice, and like speaking in certain ways that doesn't affect your voice as much, and stuff like that. So I would say, and the thing is, even through all of that, I've still been able to have 2 worship nights and sing at multiple events this year, and even like basically what the enemy planned for evil, God has worked it out for my good. And that's what I'll say about that. Health is wealth. And sometimes it's actually just forced me to stop my extremely hectic schedule and just relax. It's not every day sing Abigail, it's not every day go out, it's not every day, you know, be doing the most. Sometimes relax, and sometimes it's forced me to relax, so it's a good thing. And thank God I am healed. And yeah, things are just on the up for my health, and I'm really grateful for that. Number six, stay one way that I grew as an individual this year. Spiritual, practical, mental. If you become comfortable with being uncomfortable, you become comfortable with growth. That's a quote. Forming my own team and founding iRADIATE has just grown me so much practically. Oh my goodness. Just having an onus on you, and just trying to bring a vision to life, and learning so much, and having people under you learning, and like basically training people and showing people how to do things, and just growing for myself, and having to get advice from different people, and to just ask questions, and to fail and learn and succeed, and then fail and learn and succeed. And that's just grown me so much practically in terms of my leadership skills, in terms of my confidence, and my interpersonal skills, and managing people, managing expectations, managing a team, managing a budget, fundraising. And yes, actually, comment down below if you actually want a masterclass. So I would say spiritually, I've grown in the sense of, I would say trusting God. I actually wrote a song based on this, which you'll be hearing probably next year. I think it's so easy to say you trust God and not actually trust God. Like, honestly, as Christians, you can be like, yes, God is sovereign, He is King of Kings, He is the Alpha and Omega, and He knows my life, and I trust Him wholeheartedly. I surrender, Jesus, I surrender. No. A lot of us say that, and we don't do it in practice. And even me, it's been like a roller coaster of that. But just learn to trust God through the process is something that I've really, and I will call it spiritual, because at the end of the day, if we are Christians, the essence of of faith is trusting in God, right? Trusting in the promises of God and what He says is true, and that not that what He says is true in an abstract manner, but it's true for me, and I see it being true in my life. So that's something that I've learned this year. Trusting God, and trusting in His word, and trusting in the visions that He's placed in my life, and knowing that, you know, He is doing things to work it out. And even though I may not see it now, it's coming, and He's training me, and He's building me, and all of these things that may seem like my world is falling apart. This is all part of the plan, and I just have to believe that even when it looks meaky and dull and bleak, that God is sovereign over every step. Even in the fire, I'm alive in Him. So that's the lyrics from the song. So I've done a cover of that too. I'll plug it. It'll be up there. But yeah, no, that's actually my honest journey that I've been on this year. And mental, I would say caring less about people's opinions, being able to just do what I've been called to do, knowing that there's an audience of one and that people will always have something to say, but maintaining joy through that, maintaining joy through the suffering, in the suffering. There's a post I read, one of my friends shared with me, called Suffering Well. Some people need you to suffer to see you suffer well. That sounds very abstract, but yeah, man, woof, woof. Sometimes when people see you come out on the other side alive, it gives them hope and it gives God glory. So yeah, just mentally just being able to like be like, okay, cool, I still have joy despite everything falling around me, everything crashing, burning. Yeah. Describe a time that you experienced grace and mercy, or mercy, this year. Grace is, you know, unmerited favor, things you haven't deserved, that happens. Mercy is more things that you deserve to happen that God stopped from happening out of mercy. In terms of grace, just in terms of like pertaining to jobs and stuff, God is really just being so gracious to me. Stuff that I haven't been qualified for, I got. In terms of like roles that I wasn't necessarily qualified for, or just being connected with people who, let's be honest, like they wouldn't normally be so open to like giving advice or like helping someone that's so new like me, or yeah, grace even with like my event, you know, being able to fundraise like most of the money. Like some people, they have events and they make like an absolute loss, but God has been a provider, and just people have given me so many discounts and been so gracious with me with like just giving me their time either for free or discounted. In terms of mercy, God has been merciful to me. You know, sometimes you just do stupidity, just doing stupidity, but God has like preserved me. So even I was saying in terms of driving, literally this time last year, I'm gonna put a clip, an easy thing to say. It's something practical I'm looking forward to doing in the new year is passing my driving test. This time next year I'm gonna be saying, hi guys, I can drive, and I have my own car. This year I'm a fully fledged driver, hallelujah. Yeah, thank you God. Yeah, I passed my driving test. God has just like protected me from being in a car crash, or like even when I was super new at driving and my driving was just whack. And like God has just prevented me from being in accidents. There was a specific time where this guy pulled out from like nowhere and I literally saw him for a split second, and if I hadn't stopped my car, I would have been in one big crash, and it was his fault. But yeah, thank God for his mercy, for journey mercies, and for just watching my back on the road. So for A, I would say, it says, describe a valuable life lesson you learned this year. And this one's easy for me. I can really summarize it in one word, which is community. This year I've learned the importance, the value, the pressure, the frustration, all of it, of having a community around you, and how important it is to have people who can support you. People that you can't just, not just superficial relationships, but people who you can genuinely go to, get advice from, people that chastise you, people that love you, people that correct you, people that they speak life into you, and people that you can generally do life with. And I have quite a wide span of people that I do life with. But yeah, it's been amazing. Honestly, you need friends, you need good friends in your life. You need support. Another thing I'll say is consistency. So last year I think I was celebrating being consistent on Instagram or social media with my worship Wednesdays for 22 weeks. This year I literally posted every single week without fail a worship cover, so that could be like poetry or whatever, on my Instagram and Twitter, but mostly Instagram, without fail. And yeah, I've learned that consistency pays off. I like structure, I like consistency, and just seeing what opportunities have come out of being consistent online has been crazy. Again, I plan to have a masterclass on social media and building engagement. If you're interested in coming, comment down below. Let me know if you want an online or offline masterclass where I'll be giving you the tips of how I've managed to stay consistent for 1.5 years and just the opportunities that have come out of that can come out for you too. Let me know. But yeah, so that means I've been consistent for 74 weeks straight. This is me who used to just be dilly-dally, care about what people used to say, post something if I knew it would be popular. Now I don't really care. And it's amazing. It's honestly amazing. I want to thank God for that. Last question is, describe something that you're looking forward to in the new year, spiritually, practically, mentally. Next year, 2020. Ooh, new decade, Jesus. No, yeah, super excited for what's in store. I look forward to releasing songs, actual singles. I'm going to be releasing like 2 to 3, probably 3+ next year. There'll be visuals. Subscribe to this channel because I'm going to be uploading the visuals here, likely. Yeah, releasing my songs to the world basically, and seeing like the response, and even it was so encouraging seeing how people have like still been singing like the choruses from the live recording, and just look forward to the songs being out. So I'm looking forward to release that. Finally release music. Oof, oof, excited. I'm also looking forward to just seeing how God uses me. Last year I wrote down that I'm looking forward to basically God taking my ministry from glory to glory. This year, I mean 2020, I'm definitely looking forward to the same. You can never tell. Like this year I would have never expected to have 2 worship nights 5 months apart, being the founder and the headliner for it, and like even selling tickets for some. I'm like, no, and then selling out pretty much. Never would have expected it. So I'm just excited to see God's will for my life come into fruition. I'm excited to be uncomfortable and see how I grow. I'm excited, oh yeah, spiritually, practically, mentally, I think I've pretty much covered that. I'm excited to just maintain my joy and to just develop my character, because I think this year has been a lot of character development, meeting people, learning about communication, and I just hope to grow in that next year, and to practice spiritually, I would say, to maintain my peace, but then grow in my relationship with Christ. We can be so captivated with what we do for God, but there's a quote I literally heard today from Felix's Lee. She said that God is more interested in knowing us than using us. And I think this year has been a lot of using and not as much knowing as I should have done. So next year is definitely building my relationship and being more like Mary than Martha. So who do I tag? I tag all of you. If you're watching this and you make YouTube videos, I tag you and challenge you. I challenge you, if you don't have YouTube, you don't make videos, to just do this in your own quiet time and reflect on the goodness of God. I challenge, yeah, I challenge all of you, honestly. I don't mind if you're from America or England or Nigeria, Africa, Ghana, Australia, Australasia, Asia, China. You know, I don't know everyone that follows me. I do know I have a range of people from different parts of the world. So if you want to do this challenge, do it. And I look forward to seeing it. And if you do it, you can send me the link. I will send it on my Instagram, like DM me or whatever on Twitter. And yeah, I look forward to watching all of them and seeing how God, who has been so faithful to me this year, has been faithful to you too. So yeah, if you like this, subscribe, comment down below any suggestions you have for videos for next year, and I will see you in my next video. We're getting 2020 vision. Yeah, I'm excited to grow with you guys, and to see you guys, and to see you watch me grow too. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.